to understand it in a way where like we're on the side where we're getting what we want by deliberately allowing, by deliberately thinking. Deliberate thinking is so interesting because instead of deliberate thinking is all about, I'm not gonna think about what's right, I'm gonna think about what feels good, because what feels good is what my source is resonating with, and when I'm resonating with source, I align with source, because that's what emotions are about. They're not about manifestation, they're not about what I'm seeing, they're just about my alignment with energy or my misalignment with energy. So when I'm aligned with the vortex, when I'm aligned with the source and I feel good, it's like life goes better for me, because not only am I gonna have what I want, but also I'm enjoying this moment. And that's, what's crazy is that it's all about alignment of energy. So when in this moment you're spending your time to align your energy to make sure that you're feeling good, guess what happens? Things are gonna come down the line, but it's because there's a lag time. But the lag time is not that long. It's only as long as it takes for you to recognize your desire. So as you improve your ability to recognize it, you're just like, you're living happily ever after. Because here's the thing, is like when you're physical, you really come, like being a physical creature, being in this world is confusing, because it's like I have eyes, I have these 5 senses, but then it's like, but I'm also vibrational. So it's like, how can I reconcile the two? And we're like, you're not supposed to, because here's the thing, is that when you try to reconcile them, you feel crazy, because in your action world, we take this example, right? I want to go from point A to point B. So in your physical action-based, goal-based world, you're like, okay, if I want to go from point A to point B, I have to walk. I have to take the distance. And so you're like, cool, I can do that. That's why the analogy isn't perfect, because you don't have, your belief system can handle that desire, because you're not like, oh, I've never been able to do it. No one has ever been able to do it. It's really rare. Only famous people can do it. It's not like that at all. It's very simple. But in the sake for this analogy, let's just say that you don't know how you're going to get from point A to point B. You don't have a ride. You don't have this mode of transportation. Maybe there's like a winter storm, whatever. It doesn't matter. So imagine you're like, okay, you ask people because you think it's hard. You think, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So you start asking around. People are like, I just kept walking from point A to point B. You ask people who've already made the journey. Like, I just kept walking and walking. It was really hard, but I got to the end of point B. And then you're like, okay, so you get it in your mind. Like, all I have to do is just, if I throw enough mud against the wall, then I'll get to point B. If I put enough action, if I'm consistent enough with my effort and my action and my goal setting and my grit, I can get somewhere. And we're like, yeah, but that's the thing, you can get there, but the journey is not fun, and point B is going to look a lot more nasty than you expect it to be. Point B is not going to be fun at all either, because your journey wasn't fun. And then we're saying, but that thinking doesn't work, because it's not that it doesn't work, it's if it's a false premise, because you think that in order to get from this place to that place, you have to take a physical journey, because it's like, if you want to move the chair from point A to point B, you have to push it with your arm and use your physical force. But in the vibrational world, it doesn't work like that, because you want what you want's over here, where you're over here, and what you want's over there. But so it's like, how do I make that? So like, if I'm not having money right now and I want to have money, then it's like, it's out there, but how do I go there? How do I go in that direction? And we're like, you have to make your journey quantifiable. But now today, what we're saying is that in this quantifiable journey that you're making, this gap is not a physical gap, it's a vibrational gap, it's an energy gap. So the way that you translate it is that it's an emotional gap. So then you're like, so what we're saying is that you're already at point B. That's the thing, is that people ask you, they're like, I've been seeing you for so many years at point A, like, when are you gonna get to point B? And you're just like, I've been trying, man, I've been trying to get to point B, I just can't do it, I must not be able to do it. And we're like, but in the vibrational world, you have already gone to, but you're already at point B. And that's the thing that trips you out, because you're physically in point A, but vibrationally, energetically, emotionally speaking, you're in point B. Because when life caused you to want to go from point A to point B, your source energy was like, okay, you want to go to point B, we're now point B. We are the point of attraction that's holding all the cooperative components for point B. So you're like, cool. So your inner being's like, cool, come find us. And then the thing is, you don't find your inner being, because you're crying about being at point A. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm still at point A. I've been here for so many years. What's wrong with me? It must not be meant for me. I must not be capable of going to point B. And then you come up with all these reasons. You say, I must not be lucky. I must not be born under the wrong star. I must be born under the wrong star. It must be the wrong lifetime. I must have karma. There's all these things. And we're like, it's all just bogus, because here's the thing. If you want to go from point A to point B, you can do it, because you're already at point B. That's the thing. You're already there. So it's like, what? It's like, what language are you speaking? Because vibrationally speaking, you're already done. It's already finished. And vibrationally speaking, vibration is everything. Vibration is the truth, because what you're seeing is vibrations that have already turned into things. So, but you give so much of your time and your energy, and you're giving all of your airtime, your vibration, your precious vibrational airtime, talking about where you are. You're like, point A sucks. I hate being at point A. I hate being at point A. And we're like, that's why, because you're emotionally speaking, and vibrationally speaking, because the only way that you can translate vibration is through your emotions. Emotionally speaking, you're pretty much all of you is pretty much at point B. Most of you is there. Your inner being is there. So now you have to go there if you want to be happy. So then you start to dream big, because you have these big dreams. You came in here knowing, you came in here hitting the ground running. You're like, I want to do this. I want to be a star. I want to be a social media star. I want to do this. And all these things, point B is lit. Point B is so amazing. Point B is full of everything that you want, but you're over here at point A, and here's the thing. We get it because you're physical, so you're physically at point A, but we're like, energetically speaking, you're already at point B, so now you have to go in that direction. You have to vibrationally go there, because guess what happens? You're gonna go to point B, and then the limo's gonna come pick you up, because you're gonna get the impulse to call the right number. You're gonna get an impulse to go in the right. Someone's gonna be like, hey, I'm going this way, you want to come with me? And then the point B is like, the journey from point A to point B is so fun. That's what we're saying. But first, the premise that you have to accept is that you are already at point B. You are already rich. You are already a social media star. It already is who you are. And when we say it's who you are, it's because your inner being has already become it, and your emotions are about your relationship to your inner being. So if your inner being's already there, and you say that you're at point B, and you feel the negative emotion, that means you're feeling the absence of your connection. It's because your whole source connection has already moved and packed up and gone to point B. So you're like, but I'm not physically there. So how can I go somewhere? And this is the question. How can I go think about something that I'm not, like, I can't observe with my eyes? How can I believe if I can't see it? And we're like, that's your job. You're vibrational. You have to blend the vibrational and physical together, the two aspects together. If you dream big, that sucks. It sucks because now you have to go with your desire. You have to go with your desire because your inner being already packed up and went. And if you want to be happy, you have to go to that desire. You have to go because you don't have a choice. Because if you want to feel good, you have to go there. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna forget about my desire. But you don't forget about it. It kicks your butt for all of eternity. But we're like, it's easy because all you have to do is just see yourself as point B. So it's like, so now people ask you like, hey, like, how are you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm doing good. And they're like, no, like, how are you really doing? Because you've been at point A for so long, and the rest of us are at point B, or what looks like point B, what appears to be point B to us, mediocre creators. But why are you still here? And you're like, oh, it's all good. It's all good. They're like, well, how's your journey going? Like, are you gonna get there anytime soon? And like, it's all in perfect timing. It's all good because you know that you're already there. And they're like, no, like, what do you mean? Like, you're not, you're still at point A. What's wrong with you? Are you delusional? You're at point A. And you're like, hey, like, I'm at point B. I'm vibrationally already there. So that to me is I'm done. Vibrationally speaking, I'm already complete. Vibrationally speaking, I'm already where I want to be. I'm just not physically there, and that's okay because I'm over that. And then they're like, cool, like, this person is obviously on that foo dust. And you're like, you know what? I would think I'm crazy too. I'd rather be crazy than be your friend. I'd rather be crazy than be right in your eyes, because if your version of crazy means I'm holding a perspective and thinking a perspective and activating a perspective that is allowing source energy to move through me in this point of attraction in this now moment, I'm okay with that. That's the price I'm willing to pay. And we're like, be crazy then. And then you get to this place where you're so stable, you're like, okay, I understand that I am really at point B, and so point A, just the thoughts about point A just falls away. And then the paths open up because you're aligned because even the time that you're spending in point A, you're truly thinking, you understand that you're a point B, so now you're radiating that signal. Now that you're emotionally in your point of it, you're feeling good because you're like, I'm already there. Point B is so lit. I love point B. And then your emotions equal your point of attraction, or your point of attraction. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Well, more like your point of attraction. Here's your point of attraction. Your vibration equals your point of attraction, and your emotions tell you about it. So when you feel good, that means your point of attraction is conducive to source energy. It is a match to source energy. And then you start to see things show up. You start to see the path. Because now you're not in this space where you need results. You're not in this state where you're like looking at evidence, you're measuring the evidence. You're like, okay, my manifestation didn't come today. When is it gonna come? Because that doesn't work, because momentum is really that girl. Momentum is who you need to work with, because momentum is what propels them. Momentum is what makes the signal come clear and clear and clear. It's all about momentum. You have to create the momentum. But there's a difference between sitting down to write the book and all the while you're like, okay, I'm in the receiving mode, so let me write this book and let me make sure every word is what everyone wants to read and it's the best book in the world. That's the receiving mode that most people are in, and it's the action, because are you ready for this? They don't think they're in point B. They think they're in point A, and then they have to write this book, and this book is going to take them to point B. But we're like, if you're writing from a state of already being in point B, the writing is different because you have fun. You have fun writing the words flow, and all the while you're having so much fun that you don't even care if the words sound good or not. You're not worrying about, oh my, is this the final draft? What if people read it? What are they going to think? Oh, how is this going to turn and whip into a story? What am I going to do? It's not that. It's just that fun creating space. It's a sweet spot of creation. And then you really start to be in a space of like, okay, like, what do I want? Wouldn't it be nice if? But you're not desperate. That's the thing. Your universe is not like desperate energy. It's not that it doesn't like it. You're absent. When you're yearning, when you have a big desire and it doesn't feel good, and you're like, oh, I just want it so bad. I want it so bad, and that means you don't have it. That means you're holding a perspective that you're yearning for it, and it doesn't work. Yearning is not cute, because guess what? You don't get what you want, because you think that if I plead the case of the universe, if I petition the universe enough, the universe will give it to me. The universe is not your mom universe. It's like, we're gonna give you what you're imagining, because we're not defying our laws for you. then you're just like, true, because you can't demand the universe. You have to harmonize with what you want, and then you have to be at point B. You have to be at point B. That's what we're saying, is that you have to be at point B, because there's no difference. There's no difference between you feeling like you have $1 million and actually having it. The universe doesn't know. Law of attraction doesn't know. And there you go. Like, that's actually how you match your desire. That's how you dream big and you allow bigger. You have to cash in your vibrational chips, because your desires are big. They've gotten big because of the life that you've lived, and that means your resistance is sometimes just as big. So you have to cash in your vibrational chips, which means you really have to accept that it's done, that you're already there. You are already the successful writer, the successful artist, the successful painter, singer, everything, screenwriter, singer, actor, dancer, everything that you're, business person, entrepreneur, YouTuber, social media star, singer, vocalist, anything. It's all yours. You are already it. And so now you're not in the space of like, okay, what can I do to get there? You've already undergone the journey. The journey has already been complete. And then now you get to enjoy the whole ride. That's the thing. So it's like, if I'm already there, then why did I come to be human? Why did I come to be physical? And we're like, that's the best part of it, being physical, because now you get to measure your journey. You get to, instead of just having the path show up in front of you, because you think that you want it all done, but you would be pissed. You don't like when things are done for you. You want to do it yourself. It's like, would you want someone to chew up all the food for you and then you eat it? It's like, no, you want the flavors, you want the experience. So now you're going through this journey, but you're not lost. You're going from point A to point B, but you know you're going to point B. You know that point B exists. So this physical journey, is so fun, because you get to see all the stop signs, you get to see all the sights, you get to meet all the people along from point A to point B. You get to see all the people. The roads are nice, the weather is nice, the weather is just your liking. And then you get to this place where you're so stable that maybe you get a little bored, because, well, actually you do get bored, because you're like, I don't want to just sit around and accept that I'm already done. Like, everything that I want is, I'm already at point B. I want to, make lists. I want to have fun. So we're like, play the wouldn't it be nice if game. Wouldn't it be nice if this happened? If I had one more subscriber, if I had one more person listen to my song, if I had one more book to write, whatever. And it really works, because you're not desperate. And then keep thinking about what you already know. Keep thinking about the fact that you're already at point B. You know, law of attraction exists. It's all good. That it doesn't matter if it doesn't come right now, because you're just enjoying the idea of it. Because if the manifestation for you, the physical manifestation, is second, then you've got it. Because everyone is a slave to manifestations. But your reality is literally just evidence of what your vibration is. It's all about the vibration. So when you get to the place where like you really master what you want, and it shows up in the physical, like when it really shows up in the reality, the tangible reality, in the tangible form, you're just like, true. Like, you're not even surprised. You're like, that makes sense, because you've been active in my mind. You've been active because you made it active. And that's the thing that's different, is that you're not doing anything by chance. You know how to use the formula. You know how to be in vibrational balance. You know that everything that I want, I already have, because I'm already there, vibration speaking, and everything that I want is for the connection. So I have the connection. I'm emotionally everywhere I want to go. I'm already emotionally there. I'm already emotionally complete. So I'm just enjoying the sights along the way. I'm enjoying how the universe unfolds it, and then you're telling the universe what you want. You're telling the universe how you want it. You're activating, because you're not just like, oh, whatever it is, it'll just be, whatever bees, it will be, and I'm okay with it, because I'm unconditional. It's not like that at all. In fact, you're just in the driver's seat. You're like, universe, wouldn't it be nice if this happened, and this happened, and then you're really creating the real momentum, because now you've stepped away from your desires long enough, and long enough that they've kind of, the resistance has kind of, like, it doesn't have its pincers in you. It doesn't really have its teeth in you, because you're just like, you put everything into perspective. You're like, I'm already at point B. So what am I tripping about? Nothing. I'm already at point B. And it makes you a little crazy. If you feel crazy because it's like, I'm not there though. Like, I can't prove that to anyone. There's no results for me to show anyone, because reality, physical, tangible reality, it feels like such a prize, doesn't it? Like, you're like, oh, so it's your trophy. Physical, like, the manifestation is like your trophy, because you're going to show it to the world. You're like, look at this, I'm the world, I'm so worthy, I'm so talented. But when you realize that you're already at point B, so you're already worthy, you already have all the emotions of being there, so you're like, I don't really need reality to show it to me, because I already know I'm a good creator. And guess what happens? You're gonna get $1 million, and you're like, that's really it, because I felt the feeling of $1 billion, so where's the rest of that? And then the universe is like, true, we're gonna give it to you now. That's how it works, because reality can't satisfy a creator like you. Your dreams are big, you gotta allow bigger, but reality will never be enough for you, and that's okay, because it's like, you're satisfied with knowing that you're already at point B, and you're satisfied with knowing that there's a physical journey, and that you came for this physical journey, but you're not really stressed about this physical journey, because you know where it's gonna end. And so that you're spending time in the end goal, you're imagining the end goal. You're like, I love point B, I'm at point A, but I love point B. I'm gonna have fun going, but I'm at point B, so I don't really care about the journey. I don't really care about getting there, because I'm at point B. The ideas come, you're satisfied. You're satisfied. The best stance in the world, the best stance, the vibrational stance that you want to have for all of your manifestations, for the conduciveness of all of the energy that creates the world to help you get everything that you want, to manifest anything that you want. The real stance that you need to take is satisfied but ready for more. But now that we've accomplished the satisfied part, because you're already at point B, you understand that logistically, you understand that theoretically and conceptually, and life will show it to you in the next few days, or even the next few hours. You're satisfied, and now that you're ready for more, what is the more that you're ready for? What is the more that you're ready for? The more that you're ready for is wouldn't it be nice if this? Wouldn't it be nice if this happened? Wouldn't it be nice if this happened? If this? Would it be nice if I just had money fall out of somewhere? Wouldn't it be nice if, like, I just woke up one day and, like, I just wrote a book and that book was a bestseller and I just had fun writing it? What if I just, like, got rich somehow? What if my channel took off? What if I just woke up and one of my videos is just so good and my channel just completely blew up into exactly what I knew it to be? You know what's crazy? It's literally like virtual reality. It's like virtual reality is a process where, like, you just create a space in your mind with an environment, the time and space, and an image of you in it. And you just go there in your mind, and it's just for fun, and you basically practice not having resistance by having that image, because it's you in the future. It's kind of like that, because you have to see yourself in point B. You're already at point B, so you already see yourself there. I'm not. It's not even that you're there. It's that you are it. You are the point B. You are that version of yourself. You are the manifested version. That's who you are now. And so you don't know the difference. You're like, I can't tell the difference between what reality is, or my virtual reality is, or what reality is, or what my vortex is, because my vortex is current reality. This is the past reality. So I can't prove it to anyone yet, but it doesn't matter, because none of these people even matter. Their opinions of me don't matter, because none of them have scraped enough dirt together to put another Earth into orbit. So why do their opinions matter? And not to mention, none of them have the key to my vortex. But people mean well, so they're all meaning well, and they all have, some of them operate from misunderstanding, and it's all good, because it's all just for the fun of it anyways. And so if you dream big, like, be excited for your desire, because you're already there. Be excited now, enjoy it now, see it complete now, and tell yourself, I'm done. I'm so proud of myself. Pat yourself on the damn back, because you did it. You really did it. You really lived through contrast. You really separated from source and had to find your way back to source. For what? For the expansion of the universe. So, like, shout out you. The universe really applauds you, because they know what type of undertaking you took to expand the universe, and we love that for you. And subscribe to the channel, because let us know if you want more manifestation content. Obviously you do, because where there's questions there's answers, but just do it anyways. Be a friend, and we're all in this together. And I just want to say, let's get this party started. This party has begun, and I love to see all the people that are joining it, because the connection is it's so real, and the connection is so real. Notorious Monk was really created because, like, it was just a name that came to me, and it's giving source energy for real. It's giving connection to source energy for real, and it's just giving clarity. It's giving upliftment. It's giving, the laws of the universe are just clear, and we're beaming a signal, and you're gonna catch on, because everyone knows this deep down. The laws of the universe just make sense to everyone, and we love that for everyone. We love the flow that everyone's in, and we love that you're watching this video, and we love that you care about how you feel so much that you're gonna start to ignore reality. You're gonna start to tell reality to leave you alone, and you're gonna tell reality that, reality, I feel you, but it doesn't matter, not today. And you're gonna start seeing this world a little differently. You're gonna start seeing this lens from the vibrational creature that you are. You're gonna be like, I'm already there. Like, I don't have the point A from point B. It's not a physical journey, it's a vibrational journey. And so right now I'm already there. I'm already at point B, so no one can tell me different. I'm at point B. What can you tell me? I'm at point B, because vibrationally I'm there, emotionally I'm there. So logically speaking, according to the physics of this time and space, I'm already in point B. And guess what happens when you keep that conversation going? And guess what happens? Guess what? The path starts lighting up, and now you're seeing the path for what it is. You're being like, damn, this is the piece. This is the part of the treasure hunt. This is a piece. You're finding satisfaction in everything. You're like, damn, I wrote 3 pages of my book, and it could be garbage, but it was fun, and that's part of the path. And it's just lit. Everything is just lit. Life is lit, and don't watch these videos and go and live your life. Go collect data. Go live your life. Go have your experiences. And then when you have a question, come back here, and we will probably be able to answer it. I mean, we say probably because it all depends on your ability to receive and translate the answer. But for now, we